It's good to see you. I'm Brett Ernest, and I'll be leading this morning's devotional. Today we'll take a look at 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verses 20 through 28. First, I'll read through the whole passage, and then we'll dive a bit deeper into Paul's meaning. Again, we're going to be going through 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verses 20 through 28. But now Christ is risen from the dead, and has become the firstfruits of those who have fallen asleep. For since by man came death, by man also came the resurrection of the dead. For as in Adam all die, even so in Christ all shall be made alive. But each one in his own order. Christ the firstfruits, afterward those who are in Christ at his coming. And then comes the end, when he delivers the kingdom to God the Father, when he puts an end to all rule and all authority and power. For he must reign till he has put all enemies under his feet. The last enemy that will be destroyed is death, for he has put all things under his feet. But when he says all things are put under him, it is evident that he who put all things under him is accepted. Now, when all things are made subject to him, then the Son himself will also be subject to him who put all things under him, that God may be all in all. Wow, that's a mouthful, isn't it? Paul doesn't open this passage with soft language. He says Christ has been raised, a declaration of war against death, against hell, and every enemy that has ever stalked humanity. When he calls Jesus the firstfruits, he's saying the king has already breached the enemy lines. The victory has already begun. And as a believer, you're part of that very same campaign. This isn't some sentimental Christianity. This is a battlefield announcement. The enemy's stronghold has been cracked open, and the rest of the captives are coming out. You can walk into your day with that mindset. You're not fighting for victory, you're fighting from victory. You see, Paul draws a hard line between Adam and Christ. Adam brought death. Christ brings the resurrection. This isn't just theology. It's the daily war inside your chest. It's who you are. It's where you are in Christ. Adam is the part of you that wants comfort and compromise and passivity and self-destruction. Christ is the part of you that calls you to rise into discipline, sacrifice, courage, and obedience. Every morning you wake up on a battlefield. You realize that, right? Every decision you make is a shot fired at the enemy. Or for the enemy. Depends on what your decision is, I guess, huh? You don't get to be neutral. That's the point. You're either advancing with Christ or retreating with Adam. Paul says Christ is reigning right now, actively putting his enemies under his feet. Now that includes the sin that keeps you ambushed constantly, the fear that keeps shrinking you, the shame that keeps silencing you, the lies that keep manipulating you, and the wounds that keep weakening you. Christ is not passive. He's not waiting for the end time to start his campaign. He's crushing darkness today, globally, personally, inside you, if you'll let him. And here's the part that you all need to hear, that we all need to hear. He expects you to fight alongside him, not as some spectator, not as a civilian, but rather as a warrior under command, under Christ. Bring your habits under his rule. Bring your marriage under his rule. Bring your work, your discipline, your thought, life, and your mission, everything to him and under him. A person fully committed and submitted to Christ becomes a weapon in the hands of the king. Paul says the final enemy to be destroyed is death, not negotiated with, not tolerated, destroyed. This is the end game of the kingdom, that Christ will crush death itself. And when that happens, God will be all in all. The world restored, the mission complete, the king reigning uncontested. This is the future you're marching towards. This is the hope that stiffens your spine with resolve when life hits hard, when things go wrong, when pain comes. This is the reason you don't quit, you don't fold, you don't retreat. Got that? You know how this story ends, and you know whose side you're on. You're not waking up to a neutral world. You're waking up in a battlefield where the king has already declared victory and has invited you to join the fight. So today, stand straight for Christ. Take responsibility. Reject passivity. Kill the sin that's killing you. Lead your family with courage. Walk into your mission like a person who knows the king is alive. Christ is reigning. The war is underway, and you have a role to play. Carpe diem. Seize the day. Thank you for studying the Word with me today.